Hello, and Malik and Abro welcomes you to Side Gigs Match Week episode 4. So, Mr. Abro, welcome on board.
Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome. Yes, thank you so much, Malik sir, for having me for yet another cracking episode of Side Gigs Match Week Echoes.
And this episode is going to be a bit special because we have a very special guest, who would be joining us today later in this episode. Somebody who has an official rank within a club from Premier League. So let's delve into the things and see how the match week turned out. So, Mr. Abro, over to you.
Okay, we'll start from Emirates. Arsenal takes on Nottingham Forest.
Yes.
And I think it was very walk in the park kind of a game for Arsenal. It turned out to be. Arsenal were too good. They had their class. The midfield clicked. The attacking power, attacking threat clicks. So in Nottingham Forest, with a new manager in charge after the sack,
Nuno Espirito.
Yes, which was I thought unfortunate and unlucky for him.
I like the chap. I like the man.
Yeah, exactly, the good man. But again, they brought ex-Tottenham manager NJ Postecoglou.
Yeah.
Just won the Europa with Tottenham and got sacked after that. So
right after.
It was a very kind of a tough start for him for his first game. And it was 3-0 to Arsenal. Zubimendi was class apart. I mean, he scored brace.
Yeah.
It was a very, very good win for Arsenal. 3 points.
And it was expected. Yes, it was expected. We would want to see Nottingham, improving in their game later in the season. Right. So this was first match of this match week. The other one, what is the next match, Mr. Abro?
Okay, the other one is the London derby. Very special London derby.
Yeah, Tottenham.
Old classic. Basically, West Ham is taking on Tottenham Hostspur.
Yeah.
And West Ham, after the last week, they won the game with very good, spirited performances. And I thought it could be a very good, same kind of a game. Could be end-to-end game. But again, Tottenham had enough in the tank to just blown West Ham away. And they were also ascending on. But then again, the game would have gone at that time. The game got over at that time. And they scored 3 clinical goals at clinical times. And again, the ex-West Ham winger Kudus was making his mark for the first time against West Ham. So it was very, very, very good performances from Kudus from the right flank. He operated, created so many opportunities and openings. So it was all Tottenham in the game. And I think for West Ham, for Harry, the manager, it's a very, very tough time.
It is. I think it is a sign of
them being a relegation threatening side.
Yeah,
4 games in and just a win.
And you don't expect this from West Ham or such side.
West Ham at home should be very good, challenging team.
Yeah, Hammers at home are actually they're pretty
always a threat.
Dominant,
Yes.
So, but easy victory for for Spurs. So this was the second match. What do you have next with?
The next is a very intriguing game. I mean, the game was amazing to watch. Brentford takes on Chelsea, high-flying Chelsea. Visiting Brentford with the Nacho debut online, of course. And the game ending was an amazing sort of a cinematic ending.
I think, the first game
was ended in a 2-2 draw, but I thought Chelsea was second half. Chelsea were commanding. They were controlling the game. They should have.
Yes, they should have
been out of the side.
Yes, taken the ball home with them.
Before the game ends. Yes, they should have be out of the side. I think the second goal, the manner they gifted the goal to Brentford. This poor marking. Garnacho misses his man and he was ball watching. This was, I think, criminal in this form of football.
And
it was cruel on Chelsea, but they were very good. I think from the get-go, or larger parts of the game, Chelsea were dominating and they should have taken all. To Brentford.
I honestly enjoyed the first game, the first goal Brentford scored. It was a beautiful goal, and the other one that was, the Caicedo goal. It was a bullet of a shot.
Vector goal.
It was an amazing strike. However, yes, I mean, you know, the second point where Garnacho should have actually, yes, should have blocked the ball. However, but
He
still,
should have stayed with his man. He could have
yeah,
easily
yeah,
intervened.
yeah.
He
He
left
could
his
have
man. Yeah,
intervened.
he left his
So
mark.
this was
Yes.
the second goal was actually should not have happened. Chelsea actually gifted it away, in the defense.
Yes.
And they walked with a draw, 1 point each. But a very hell of a game from from the
Yeah, very
Brentford
good
point of
game.
view.
For the neutral, a
Yes.
very good game. Yes.
Yeah. And what's next? The defending champions.
The defending champions were at Burnley. I mean, everybody know Burnley will struggle. Burnley are struggling.
Yeah, they are
But I
struggling.
think
Yes.
they gave Liverpool a very, very good game. They were compact. They were disciplined in the
Yeah.
back. I mean, there was so much to talk about Burnley's spiritual performances. I mean, they
Yeah.
gave everything. They showed character. I mean, Liverpool in 90 minutes, they were struggling to find out a clinical opening or a very, I mean, I would say, open goal scoring
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
But at the end, I mean, you have to keep on going.
Burnley were, I think they were phenomenal at,
I think
being
the game
confident.
would have been fair to call a nil-nil. I mean, that would have been a fair point.
I think
Because
unless
Burnley didn't deserve to lose this.
they were already down to 10 men, Mr. Abro, and the
Exactly.
penalty at the time and when it was
Foolish.
awarded, it was already
Foolish.
in the last minute of the match. The stoppages act actually.
And of all people, the ex-Man United player Hannibal
Yeah.
Messi
Yeah.
gifted them the penalty. I mean, it was a foolish.
So, I mean, if you take out the last stoppage minute of the game, this was a draw. It had draw written all over it. Burnley were phenomenal at
that should have been a
defending.
fair point.
Burnley defended phenomenally good. I think they kept Liverpool at an arm's length, and this is how the entire match went. So, a very good game from Burnley's side.
Yes, they should take a hard one.
Right. And so, as we mentioned to the fans earlier that the entire match week score line is mentioned in the ticker below. It's due to the shortage of time that we cannot cover every match. We cannot give an analysis on it. And we would want to have, the next feature that we have in the episode. So we would want to discuss on the Manchester Derby. So stay tuned and we'll catch you up again soon.
And yes, for all the viewers, especially I would let me break something. I mean, give them the hint. It is a very special guest, and not from the country, not from Pakistan side, and a very, very special and a very huge fan of a very huge club which is involved in the derby. I'm talking about the red side of the derby.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, do subscribe and do leave your comments.
We'll catch you soon. Right, fans, welcome back. And as promised earlier, we have a very special guest on our show today to talk about the Manchester Derby. Mr. Abru, would you like to introduce our special guest?
It's an honor. It's a privilege for us to have a very special one with us. Basically, let me introduce him to the audience. Mr. Ismail with us. He is looking after or taking care of the entire full members of Manchester United football community here in Pakistan. So he's basically administrating them all. And he's in London right now. So it's an honor and a privilege for us to having him on board and have his thoughts on the game, especially of yesterday, of course. So again, welcome Ismail to our channel.
Welcome to the channel, Mr. Ismail, and thank you for taking out time to participate here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So how do you want to go about this, Mr. Abru? I think we should go right to the match. I think right. The Manchester Derby.
We jump straight to the derby.
Yes, and take the candid feedback from the certain representative and official from one of the clubs.
Yes, would like to hear from Ismail the assessment of the game, and I can say a bit. It was not supposed to happen. I believe because the lots of noise over the past week was like United should now to beat because this was it was considered a turmoil in City at this current moment in time. So how it unfolded. Over to you, Mr. Smile, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, it was a disappointing result, of course, as we've been accustomed to over the past year or so now. It's not been good since then. And the only concerning thing for me is that obviously like our manager especially likes to talk a lot. We talk a lot as well, saying that, okay, it's one game a week. Losing some fans even said that using the Europa League final would have been a blessing in disguise because there would be one game a week and it would benefit us. That's not turned out to be the case. It's only been one win for us this season, and that was a last minute penalty as well. I know in the context of the Burnley game, obviously we created a lot more chances. We should have finished it off earlier. But football is not a perfect game. It doesn't really matter how you play. In the end, you should win. And that's what we did against Burnley. But against City, my main concern was that I didn't expect us to win. And that in itself is a very disappointing thing to say, especially given our record at Etihad over the past decade or so. In the past 2 years, we've struggled there. We've lost a few and lost a few badly as well, including last night's loss. So that was the concerning thing for me, that if you talk so much, if you talk about the culture, if you talk about the signings and how everything is going right and how we've prepared for the matches, we didn't even really have any specific injuries. I know Cunha is out, Mount is out, but that doesn't mean that you go into a match like this and then you lose 3-0. 3-0, the scoreline concerns me more than the results because like you shouldn't. Last season should have been the end of the capitulation in front of our rivals. That sadly didn't turn out to be.
What is the current assessment? I mean, is this the formation? The problem is the formation which he's trying to play. I mean, five at the back, and then I mean you have uh, Bruno in the pivot, which I mean it's a rare sign because he's an attacking midfielder, should be playing like behind the striker. Everybody understand this. So is this only the formation to blame, or I mean the players also? Because he has his say, he has got the signings he wants, and I think he's get rid of some talent we possess or some I mean good players we possess, but of course the discipline and the attitude things coming out of the Carrington out of his mouth also. So what the actual problem is, because I've heard British Michael also speaking that the formation isn't working. You should go the basic formation of 4-4-2 or 4-3-2-1. So is this the case?
So in my opinion, even if I keep Amorim on the side, we are a big enough club to have our own identity, and we do have our own identity. There's a certain romantic feeling attached to the club as well, that if we follow our own identity, our own DNA, I know fans under Ole did not like to hear that word, but it's true. It still rings true to this day. You have to follow your own principles, what your club was brought on. And in that case, if I speak about the formation, then no, it's completely against it. Like we are usually used to playing fast, direct, counter-attacking football, and there's no shame in that because in the end, you have to win. It should be exciting, and yeah, like you should be on the edge of your seats. You shouldn't be okay with missing the matches instead, like a lot of fans now are doing. I know a lot as well. They miss the matches. So for the formation itself, I'm not a fan, and I've said this since day one. But the formation itself is not the issue. I know that fans keep saying that okay, the formation is the issue. That's why we're losing, but that's not really true. The reason is that we've seen this formation employed by other managers. Like I don't even want to go that far back, but Conte won with the same formation. He won the league title with Chelsea. So the formation is not the issue. Glasner plays it at Palace. He's won a couple of trophies over the past year. Inzaghi plays the same formation. He reached the Champions League final, and then Xabi Alonso as well at Leverkusen. He played the same formation. So it's not really the formation; it's how you adapt, how you put players in their natural positions, get the best out of them. That's what matters most. And as you said, Bruno, you can play at left back, you can play him right back, you can play him at centre back as well, like he did versus Liverpool in last season, 2 seasons ago in the FA Cup match against Liverpool for a while. So he can play everywhere. But that doesn't mean that you just use him as a utility player. That okay, he can play there, I'll play him there because I don't want to keep him out. That's not a good justification because he's one of the best creators in the world. He should play in his own position, and that for me could be the right 10 or left 10, whatever you want to call it. But that's where he should be. I don't want him running around the pitch, making tackles, trying to make tackles, because he is a risk taker by nature. You cannot take him out of his game, especially at his age. So when he's in the midfield, he tries to make his Hollywood passes, which I don't blame him for because, as I said, that's his natural game. And then he loses the ball, we concede, and I don't blame him for that because with his number of chances, with his creativity as well, we're just wasting him there. And then we're wasting a couple of others as well. But yeah, the thing is that if you want to stick to this formation, play players in their natural positions, play them on merit. Don't just make up, I would say, nonsense in Amarim's case about not selecting certain players.
Yeah.
So yeah, there has been a few issues, but I wouldn't say the formation itself is an issue.
No, I think Bruno Fernandes and his position in the game has been one of the basic, most intricate kind of concern that has been circling around with the Amorim. And last night too, it showed up. Even the substitution, I mean, they could have been better. Casemiro should have been brought in earlier rather than at 80-minute mark. It did not made any sense. If the game would have been 1-0 by then, I mean, putting Casemiro may have given you a chance still. But that did should have happened at least at the at the hour mark. This substitution should have had happened.
Yeah, this is why the formation is not the issue. These things that you just pointed out, this is one of the reasons. His subs are too late. They're very wrong very frequently as well. So yeah, these are the issues.
And how
I thought the game itself, I mean, when he made a sub, I mean, the game changed a bit. When he brought Kobe in, I mean, the kid looked special. I mean, he controlled. There were instances he made a couple of moves. And I thought, I mean, I don't know, he's not using Kobe the best of the team advantages he should have. I mean, maybe it's a confidence in Kobe Menu. I mean, in the past 2 weeks, what has happened, and while transfer window was on and all the noises coming from his camp, I still think he's not using the midfielders to the advantage of United, and I mean, letting Bruno free. Because City, again, last night before the game, the noises were, I mean, the neutral noises were also there that City is there to be taken in the game. The time game ended, it was like United made City look better or great, or maybe the prime Barca, because United were awful.
I think this match also gave them, a chance to bounce back in this Premier League. Their form was pretty off before this fixture, but I think yesterday would have given them, hey, this Manchester City team, too much motivation to carry on in this season.
Yes,
I think also. I mean,
if I go back to Kobe, especially, anyone can call me Player FC or whatever they want, but with the talent of his level, Kobe, if I don't care what system you play, if you cannot make space for Kobe, then your system is not there anyway. Like it's not beneficial at all. And yes, the like you said, Manchester City, they were not in good form themselves, and they were below us in the table actually before we met them, and that's not usual. So in that case, the concerning thing for me, obviously, the scoreline is there. Like 3-0, you should not be losing to your rivals. But the other thing is that versus Arsenal, versus Manchester City, those two teams did not have to play excellent football. I wouldn't even say good football. They didn't even get into second gear, and they were able to beat us easily. So that's the concerning thing.
True. And with the formation, I think I off the record, me and Ramesh were discussing. And I think one of the concerns is that if you're playing 5 people in the in the deep line and still giving opponents enough room and enough chances that they are creating they're playing free football, they're creating chances from the middle of the pitch, from the flanks as well, and very easily, quite easily. So I think that is also one of the concerns that that is affecting. And since affecting is what I wanted to ask you, I mean, you being so close to the club, members and the fans of the club, how is this taking a toll on on the fans at this moment of time, and also concerning the manager, because as we have seen in Premier League, manager gets under immense pressure. After a streak of consecutive losses, we see this is a precedence being set in Premier League that managers get sacked very very easily. So I mean, how what do you say about this? How are fans reacting to this current situation, and how are fans reacting to Imorium, in the picture?
Yes, so about Amarim, lowest win percentage since World War II. That's
Yeah,
not something that is
yeah,
like you cannot. You would be a really special kind of. You would have to hold a special kind of delusion to say that
yeah.
okay, you should still carry on. So that's the concerning thing
True.
about him. That it's almost going to be a year in about 2 months, and we still haven't won back-to-back games.
Yeah,
That's not. I mean, even relegation clubs would do better than that. It's
yeah.
not
True.
not something that you can pin any hopes on the manager about that, and about the fans as well. It's the same thing because the fans, the the most depressing thing for me. I've been managing this for about 12 years now. For me, the most depressing
Yeah,
thing for myself and for fans as well is that fans have stopped caring. Like, okay, lost, so what? We lost last week as well. We lose next week as well. I mean,
yeah.
fans have
So
become immune to this. There's no emotional attachment now. Fans need
so
to identify to the team. Any fan of any team, they need to identify to the team,
yeah,
identify to how they play, the culture. Like there should be a buzz, some kind of electricity. That okay, I'm waiting for the match. I'm excited for the match. People
true.
read the match, and even now we just came out of an international break, and fans are like United fans, including myself. We're already waiting for the next international break because those 2 weeks will
Yeah.
give us the mental peace we really deserve from this team.
I think this is a
So,
very, very, a next level low that
I
United
mean, this
has
is
stooped
basically
to. Yes.
traumatic stage,
Yeah.
unfortunate. I mean, the biggest juggernaut of the world football is, I mean, suffering to the core and the fan base is also disturbed. I mean, coming back to my assessment of the game, or what is next? I mean, as you rightly mentioned, that the stats are absolutely against Amorim right now, and these are not the stats one should, I mean, be proud, or even one should go in the press conference to talk about to defend himself. I mean, he did it last night. So,
Yeah.
is the Chelsea game the pinnacle? I mean, we are again will be seeing the same cycle repeating itself. I mean, after another 1.5 years or 2 years, we are changing the managers, sacking managers. Is the Chelsea game the pinnacle, the turning point? Could be if we lose to Chelsea, what will happen?
So there's two things about this, like as Muzaffar mentioned previously as well, that the system, if we are keeping three at the back, five at the back, and we're still conceding goals, that
Yeah.
means that, like, okay, I'm fine. If you want to play five at the back, then at least have your defensive record should be
Yeah.
good. It shouldn't be this bad. There's no excuse for that. And then if you're not scoring goals as well, like again, we have minus GD. We've had that for the past 3 years, and this is Manchester United I'm talking about. It's not a
Yeah.
joke.
It's not a joke.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's really depressing in that sense that the system. If I speak about the system, that no system should rely on perfection. That's just the way it is. You should be allowed to make mistakes. You should be allowed to have some positional freedom, some creative freedom as well.
Yeah.
That's how you should progress as a team. And you look at all the top teams, like you saw Liverpool versus Burnley last night. You
True.
saw them versus Newcastle as well before the break. Did they not lose the ball in the middle of the park? Did they not make defensive mistakes? Did
Yeah.
they not miss chances? Every team does. It's
Yeah.
normal. So, but the thing is that they will create 10 chances and 10 actual chances. I'm not talking about just a statistical shots or shots on target like the
Yeah.
one that Cisco had yesterday. That was a shot on target at the start of the game. That's not an actual shot.
Yeah.
Like you should watch football with your eyes as well instead of just the stats. So, yes, in terms of the system, it shouldn't rely on perfection. And Amorim's system and Jose's system as well, all those years ago, I think
Yeah.
it's just a Portuguese thing. They all rely on perfection, and that's not how football works. And then,
Yeah.
if we create one chances, two chances, and Boomer had a chance, Casemiro had a chance, that was two chances, and then you still would have lost 3-2. So, what are you complaining about? You should be able to create 6 to 7 chances per game, and then okay, if you lose, you lose. But as I said, the system should not rely on perfection. That okay, this midfielder or Euro or Delict should have been in this position. That's why we conceded. That's not how football works. You should have backups. You should have positional freedom as well. And then coming to the Chelsea game or the future as well. So personally, I wanted to give him until November, and it's now mid-September, and Chelsea's next, Brentford, Sunderland, Liverpool, all these games are next. I don't think that after this he survives, or I should say, I don't think he should survive. And if there's stubbornness from the board as well, that okay, he's their guy and they don't want to sack him, that's fine. But again, you're wasting another season. That's not how Manchester United Football Club should operate.
Agreed. I think this was very brief about the future and how people within the fan club and the community are reacting to the situation that's been going on at this moment.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, I know every fan, or I've seen some already on the social media channels discussing the next manager in line. I mean, as a fan, if I ask you, I mean, who do you want to see at the helm at Old Trafford? Because is this the kind of a club right now that this is what cannot repair the damage, or there is somebody who can come in and repair this and bring this club back to the glory days? So, who do you think might be?
I keep hearing something very like it would be a harsh word, but I keep hearing from the fans, and I think it's very nonsensical that we cannot keep sacking. Who do we bring in? There's no one in the market. I think all these things are nonsense because only we say that. This is Manchester United. You can pick any manager in the world if you want, and you don't even need a magician. You only need someone who can adapt to our culture. I don't want to hire systems. That's what we did with Ten Hag. That's what we did with Amorim. We brought in their systems at our club, and they were totally against what our club stands for. So that's the first thing. The next appointment, whoever it is, you shouldn't hire a system that, okay, I'm hiring this because this manager won this in whatever league. So I think that system will work here. That's not what we should do. We should never hire systems. We should hire managers who can adapt to our values, adapt to our systems, and that's how it should be. Because the question, who do we bring in? When Klopp went, did Liverpool fans ask that? Slot has won one title. He is unbeaten again in the second season. Who was Maresca? Maresca was with Leicester. Okay, okay, he with up in the past. But did Chelsea fans say after sacking Pochettino, who do we bring next? Because Maresca gave them top four. Chelsea are currently the world champions, and then Ancelotti left after doing well with Real Madrid as well. Did Real Madrid fans ask that? Did Barca fans ask that? Only we ask that. It's a very stupid question. I don't agree with it at all. There's a lot of managers. You don't need a magician. You don't need someone who is top of the line. Because obviously at United you need someone who is tactically good, but eventually you need someone who can adapt to our own values. And people would say we don't have any. We do. This club was not just built on like the tactics and winning all the time. So we've had some very bad decades as well, but we stuck to our values, and eventually it to Sir Alex as well. So that's how it should have been. So my personal choice, just to answer your question, and again, the negotiation should not be we should bring this guy because he is doing well with Bournemouth, for example. The negotiation should be that this is how we want to operate. This is how we want to play. Can you do it? If you do, welcome. So my choice in that case would be Androni Iraola. I really like what he's done at Bournemouth, and he's someone that we could give a go. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So this second question that fans say that we cannot keep sacking managers, you can just keep sacking until you get it right. What's wrong with it? So yeah, he would be my choice at the moment.
And I think this is a very pretty norm, in Premier League. Sacking managers is a pretty good norm. It happens more often than more often than we like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
We cannot. World cannot produce another Fergie, can they? No.
You
I
do,
don't
you
know.
don't need someone. This fantasy that you want someone who can stay here for 10 to 15 years, that should go out of the window. Come here. Don't talk about the progress or the future or the plan or anything. Win from day one. Other clubs do it. We're a big club. Act like one. Don't say that
True.
like Omar Berada said that we are aiming to win the Premier League in 2028. Another nonsensical statement. Other teams are
True.
supposed to bow down to you in 2028 to let you win the title. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
So you should, as a big club, you should target the now and how you want to win now instead of consistently talking about the future. Because this squad is not of a level to finish 15th. This squad is not at a level to be 14th right now as well.
True.
This squad is a lot better. I don't care what fans say in that sense that okay, we have this player who's not good. We still have some players who are actually not good. The manager still plays them, so that's on the manager. So you do have managers who can players who can get you top six, top four even. So just act like it. Because, for example, we signed
Yeah.
Cisco and we make him look like someone who's never played football. We did the same with Hoyland as well. He scored on his debut. So we keep doing this. I don't know why, but yeah, the future doesn't look right with Amorim right now. So, in my
Definitely.
opinion, the call should be made very soon in the next 5 to 6 games.
Agreed. Well,
Okay. I mean, that was brilliant brief by Ismail. Of course, the heart of in the middle of the fans,
yes.
and of course the voices of the fans. So we really appreciate, and of course,
I
like
mean,
to thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you for your
It's
insights
a
and the
privilege, it's an
candid
honor to
feedback,
have you, and
to sharing
we
with
hope
us.
to have you soon again in the program in coming weeks and
Definitely. And
like
definitely,
for the United
on
club.
occasion where we have a better result to
Yeah,
talk about,
yeah,
hopefully.
Sure,
But we
with the
would
good vibes,
definitely
yes.
would want to see you again. And I hope, whatever the building fans that we have ongoing, they would also love to hear from you again.
yeah.
So,
Yes, and we wish you all the best. We wish you the right and
Thank you
all
for
very
having
well.
me.
Of course,
Yeah,
best.
yes,
I
yeah,
hope things will turn around, and I think as a neutral, people want to see the United in the mix right now because I mean we are seeing from the last 6 or 7 years our same Bundesliga being repeated in the Premier League, so there is no competitiveness.
and
We need to have
also,
United.
and I think also
It's
Manchester
about time.
United is one of the biggest clubs in football, and it's been too long that this giant is sleeping. So
Yes.
definitely everybody wants them to come back to their their original form, the natural form that they have. It's not about winning leagues only; it's about performing up to your standards, what people
yeah.
expect from you. So I think
Yes.
this is what's missing at the most at the heart of it. And yeah, we would want whenever we have Ismail again on the show, there is something better to talk about. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
With a good
yeah,
vibe. Yes, yes. Hopefully,
yeah.
inshallah. Soon.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you
Thank
want, you
you.
can
Thank you so
add
much,
something
Smile,
for the
again.
fans.
If you
But
want
we
to
are
add,
very
yes,
grateful
please.
for you to spare the time and share your valuable insights with us and all the fans.
Yeah, so for the fans, it's just that we stick together. We know we're in
Yeah,
a bad state, and we know that we're united as well. We will come back. We've been saying that for the past 10 to 12 years, but even despite fans saying that, okay, we've done really badly, the decade that we have had, other clubs would still kill for. We've still
yeah,
won a few trophies as well, so it's not like we've been completely dead. We've done okay, but we can still do a lot better. Like we're not where we should be, but we'll get there. So just keep the faith, and then hopefully, if you're religious as well, then try to pray for the team as well, and we'll hopefully get there.
Hopefully, then. Sure.
right. So thank you so much.
Thank you so
We
much,
really
Smile. It's a
appreciate your
pleasure.
time and and your valuable inputs. And we would also like to take a leave now. So keep tuning in, keep subscribing the channel, liking the videos, so we can have more valued guests like Ismail again on our show. And we need your support. So take care of yourself and all the people around you. It's goodbye from us. Adios. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz, Mr. Abu.
Adios. Bye bye. Take care.
Take care. Bye
Bye.
bye. Allah Hafiz.